got feelings for you, man. Don't go work, fucking. Let's go talk, or even always be there, you get me? Semantic.
Girl, I wish I could save you, but I can't.
Okay.
That girl took me for Spider-Man, Superman.
Spider-Man.
Cause, girl, you got the power in your hands. You can even do it no hands. How can you admire a man? They don't even come nice to the dance. Way you talk about your ex, I know it's facts, I feel ya. Feel the same 1 million. Cause I am you, I'm in ya. The way we fucked is better than what we DM'd on Insta. But you expect some ninja. Now I'll admit I wish I could save you, but I can't. This girl took me for Spider-Man, Superman.
It's gonna take a lot to get back from this heartbreak. I done bought the bar and still don't know when I'll shake it. When I'll face it, but you making it harder for me when you get naked. I'm blessing all the girls who's waited on me. Ooh. Girl, I wish I could save you, but I can't. That girl took me for Spider-Man, Superman.
Time passes whether we're looking at the clock or not. Time passes whether I'm copying you that watch or not. You kept asking if I'm extending that spot or not. Since you got what you wanted, we don't talk a lot. Lucky for you, I don't just love you for you. I love you for who you tell me you're gonna be one day too. All of that's cool, I guess we'll see. This girl wants me to save her, right? This girl wants me to save her, I can't. This girl wants me, this girl wants me to save her, I can't. Took me for Spider-Man, took me for Superman. Hey, yeah. This girl wants me.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Bookit Sports community and around the world. Welcome back to another episode of The Morning After. It makes yesterday's bad beats and bad bets feel a little bit better because you got a night of sleep. Now we get a morning to talk about it. However, I have contacted authorities.
About?
Mainly the Federal Bureau of Investigations.
About?
The refereeing that took place
Oh.
in that Utah-Kansas State game.
You're getting right into it.
But I'm not. Here's
Literally
the reason,
right into
Here's
it.
the reason why. I'm going to get right into it.
Okay.
Because I'm not a referee guy. There are rare times where you will find me complaining about college basketball referees when it comes to my plays not hitting. Because I know how dumb I can be sometimes. And I hate the right read, wrong game. I hate the players didn't play well, but it was a good bet. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, but sometimes the refs are fucking idiots.
But last night, though, I'm not just saying this lightly because I feel like I never do this, was one of the more egregiously one-sided refereed games I've ever seen in my entire life. And I'm not even incredible. And dude, I'm not even talking about the fouls that they called on Kansas State. It was the no calls. When Doug McDaniel drives to the hoop with a minute left and literally gets mugged and ends up on his back and there's a no call there.
Dude.
After calling a ticky-tack foul to put Utah at the line, the possession before that. Like, there was just so many instances in that game where I was watching the game, especially in crunch time, and, like, I'm not going to talk about first half foul differentials. I'm not going to talk about second half foul differentials. My thing is when the game is close, the refereeing in that last 2 to 3 minutes is what matters.
Yeah.
Because either way, the free throws first half, in the first half of the second half,
you'll make
like
it back.
That stuff,
You
can make that back. But when you get down to like 3 minutes, that's when the refereeing really matters. It felt like 10 plus times where the Kansas State coach not only is running to the baseline to talk to the referee, but then they're showing replays, and I'm sitting there dumbfounded at how you don't make that call or how you make that call on Kansas State. Like there was so many instances that I was like genuinely frustrated. Normally I don't get frustrated at the refs, like whatever. They always suck. So you always be like, oh, what a dumb call. But it genuinely felt like they had Utah at the end of that game. Like it felt like the refs were trying to keep Kansas State out of that game. And that kind of shit pisses me off.
Kansas State does beat themselves a lot, though.
Hunter, I mean,
dude, they can't rebound. They can't fucking rebound the ball.
Well, you have a chance to make a layup to tie the game, and you dribble the ball out and shoot a three. Like that's also just dumb idiot college basketball brain. But on plays where Doug McDaniel, literally that play where I don't know if you remembered, he's on the left wing and he goes between his legs, and then he dives. And he literally is the perfect drive. And as he's going, he not only gets a forearm to the hip, but he gets another guy behind him, and he ends up on his back, and it's a no call. And then they call it out of bounds on Kansas State.
Yeah, it's insane.
And he wasn't even foul baiting.
Yeah.
He wasn't even foul baiting. So I just don't understand how you don't make that call. They're down 2. Now you give Utah a possession, and now they have to foul again.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, if you just call the game like you should call the game, he goes to the free throw line, we have a chance to tie the game.
Yeah. I mean.
And it's just stuff like that pisses me off. And then on the other side, Utah literally pump fake foul. It's like, okay, what are we looking at here when we're talking about the fouls?
Utah shot 30 free throws. Kansas State shot 10.
That is like a disgusting differential, and it's not even like when you watch that game. I don't know if you watched that whole game.
I didn't watch it until the second half.
But it's not even if you watch that game that Kansas State was just playing sloppy defense. Like it was truly that one-sided watching the game of like, how do you make that call and then how do you not make that call?
Not make that call, yeah.
20,
that happens.
A differential of 20 fouls of 20 free throws
is insane. Yeah.
Is actually insane, dude.
Yeah.
And it's not like at the end it was really a foul fest. That Kansas State only had to really start fouling with 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
To like put them at the line. So you probably take away what? 5 of those fouls, maybe.
We'll just say 4 of the free
so it's
throws,
what, 25 to 10? When you take away those 5 fouls? Yeah. That's still fucking obscene.
Those 5 free throws. If you want to take away 5 fouls, then it's like 20 to 10. But
that's like insane to me.
Yeah.
That is insane to me. And it's not even like, again, when you watch that game, even the big men in Kansas State are getting fucking mugged, no foul. Yeah. You go down the other end, or a Utah guard drives to the hole, gets hand-checked, and it's a fucking foul.
Yeah, I don't understand. I just hate how the crews don't call the game the same. Like, one guy on one end calls the game so differently than the other guy on the other end. Just, like, that's what I hate. Is like, there's no consistency within the game. Like, once you go to halftime, you flip sides, you're like, oh, shit. Now we have the advantage because we got this fucking bozo down here. That's literally what, like, there's guys that are way more sensitive with the whistle than other guys, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, why they have crews together that don't call the game the same way. That's kind of what the problem is, I feel like. Because if you're getting those ticky-tack fouls on both sides, it's like, all right, whatever. Like, it is what it is.
Well, it's also in that game, it's unfair to the Kansas State kids because they're fighting and staying in that game with you against them.
Yeah.
And there's been a couple times where, like, when I watch Knicks games, you'll see the refereeing switch because of Jalen complaining or of Carl complaining. And I understand situations like that where it's like, okay, now our whistle is going to be a little bit harder to get because you're bitching now. There wasn't one kid on Kansas State that was complaining.
Yeah.
Especially in the end, it had to be the coach. And, the coach, there was one kid, I forget his name, it was a kid that sold our Prize Picks lineup. Oh, I can't remember his last name now. But he started, like, really getting frustrated at the end, and the coach had to, like, yell at him, bring it in. But then the coach really started yelling at the refs. And it's like the kids weren't even complaining to the point where you would switch the whistle. And, like, I understand that, especially in college. Like, the amount of times I've been at Seton Hall games, and we sit pretty close to the court at Seton Hall games, and a Seton Hall player will start bitching, then the ref will literally be like, yo, your whistle's going to be a little harder now unless you stop talking. And it's like, I understand that, and that's okay. And that's, like, part of the game because I feel as though that is part of the referee's job to kind of, like, keep you in check as a player. I'm not just going to let you yell at me all game.
Yeah.
But they weren't even doing that. It's like you would call the most egregious foul on the other end, and then we'd come down, try to, like, not even get a foul, but go to the lane and get fouled hard, and you don't call it. And there's no bitching. There's no complaining. We're running back on defense. I don't understand why that whistle was so lopsided.
Yeah, I know. It just is what it is in college basketball. You know what you're getting yourself into every single night.
Yeah.
There can be some fuck shit
20
in
free
any
throws
way.
is insane.
Yeah, it is insane.
20 more.
Yeah.
20 more points at the free throw line is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, good morning. I'm sorry, I can't get this out of my head. I just watched a clip from Duke's podcast where Asher Nolting said his fucking player comp is Jokic. like I'm not.
You were so rattled.
I'm a big
before
PLL
the show
guy. I
about
love
that.
the PLL. I rarely have negative opinions about the PLL.
Unless it's
We
the
just
Atlas.
can't we can't be saying shit like that.
Yeah, that is the craziest
Jokic is
thing
a
of all time.
fucking
Jokic is,
three-time NBA MVP and
might-
champion.
he might be the best center of all time.
And he possibly should have 4 if we didn't have voter fatigue for Joel Embiid. Like, what
Yeah,
are
he
we
should have 4.
doing?
He should have 4.
What are we doing? And I'm not even trying to be a dick, because I'm sure he's a great guy. I've never met him when we've been at All-Star Weekend. I've never been, like, hanging out with him.
Yeah.
But that's fucking absurd.
Yeah. Anyone in any sport comparing themselves to him, unless they're like way up there. Like literally like the best. Like you have to be like the best to compare yourself to him.
Jokic.
Maybe he confused him for Nurkic.
He's
more like Nurkic.
He is like Nurkic, dude.
like
Yeah.
Nurkic.
Yeah. Replace the J. Nurkic. Dude, there may be 4 guys in the PLL right now that could make genuine player comps to top 4 players in the NBA, and it's Mac O'Keefe, Jeff Teat,
I mean, Sowers.
Michael Sowers for sure.
What about the guy on the Archers that is a bucket?
Mac O'Keefe.
Is there not another guy? Blonde dude, is
Maybe
that Mac
Marcus
O'Keefe?
Holman because he's been around. That's Mac O'Keefe.
That's Mac O'Keefe.
Maybe Marcus Holman because he's been around for a while. I agree with Lauren.
Schellenberger.
Yep. Shelly. Shout out Shelly. Oh, and Ryder Garnsey.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it. That's it. Jokic?
Yeah.
Jokic, dude.
Yeah.
Connor Fields, Dilly Daggers, 100% actually. He's fucking goated too. The last fucking name that I would say is comparable to possibly the best center to ever play in the fucking NBA. I got news for you.
Asher is Julius.
He's literally Julius Randle. He's actually Julius Randle.
Dude, actually, we got a Sowers card right there.
Like, if I was relating, Jeff Teat is the best passer that can score at will when he wants. So I would put him with Luka. I think Jeff Teat is Luka.
He doesn't score a ton.
Who?
So both. He assists and
that's what I'm
scores a
saying.
ton.
Yeah, that's why I think he's Luka.
Yeah.
I think Michael Sowers, incredible toughness, great dealer of the ball.
I feel like
But he has to facilitate first because he plays X.
Braun.
Facilitate first. Maybe Braun. You could go Braun for
He
Michael
facilitates.
Sowers. Yeah, you go Braun for Michael Sowers. Mac O'Keefe, just pure score. James Harden, when he was in his peak.
KD.
Prime KD. Prime KD, just get
You can't put James Harden up there.
Connor Fields is Devin Booker.
Who's Steph?
No one really can, wet from outside the line like that.
Really?
Really, yeah.
Unless they're the Boston Cannons.
Yeah.
And they
I
have
bet
15
against them.
seconds left.
I don't know why that pissed me off so much, but that was just crazy.
It is insane. That is insane. Like, having the gall.
the
to compare yourself to Jokic in any situation. It's like you're comparing yourself to, the best player in another sport. Like, you're literally saying you're the best player in the league.
But, bar none.
Yeah.
Not even debatable, bar none.
Yeah.
Bar none. Bar none.
I would have more respect if you just said you're the best player in the league. Like, I think I'm the best player in the league.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, I think I'm Jokic.
All right, we got to move. We got to move. I'm actually, you know what, though? That gets me really excited for the PLL season because I think the Atlas are going to do it this year, but that gets me amped because now I'm hate watching the Cannons, and I can't wait. I actually cannot wait. Now I have my hate watch of the year.
You think they're going to do it?
This is my hate watch
You
of
think
the
the
year.
Atlas are going to do it?
I do.
I thought you were already out on them.
I don't know. Liam Entenmann did not look great in the Champ Series, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say that the Champ Series is just always fluky like that. But I think another year of Teat, Schellenberger, and Xander Dixon is just going to be, like, disgusting this year. Like, that front three is just gross this year. I think our attack's going to be cracked out. We just need to figure out the defense. Dude, Miles Jones looked great in the Champ Series. I'm happy we have him again. But I do think this is the year we do it. But, again, you got to see, like, our midfield wasn't great last year, and that's always been a problem. So we got to figure that out. But I do think we do it this year. I like our team again.
Okay.
I like our team again this year.
Well.
But that just got me amped, dude, because now I got a good hate watch.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I got a good season of hate watches, dude. Like, genuinely a good season of hate watches now. Like, that just gets me fired up.
You should be recording every single game. You should be like, oh, Jokic? Really?
Yeah, we're the Bills.
Really, you're Jokic?
I might have to do it. Or maybe that's how we get the league a little bit more eyes. Yeah. Maybe we just start hate watching and posting about it.
Good.
That'd be kind of funny. That'd be kind of funny.
This dude is literally saying he's Jokic.
Oh, Jokic, huh? Jokic?
Nurkic.
It was always the Cannons on President's Day. You're not wrong. Josh, the other game that went, I'm going to say correctly yesterday, was the Arizona Wildcats. Here we go.
Yeah? How about it?
But once again, I'm going to stand up here and tell you, Caleb Love is banned from slips. He's done from slips.
I saw you were spamming him on the snap.
Yeah, I'm once again done with Caleb Love on the slips. And I'll tell you who else I'm done with. Doug McDaniel, he shot 38% and hooked less than. Yeah. So that also had me in shambles last night. And especially because they didn't call that last foul when he drove to the bucket, which is just annoying.
You needed that.
But I sold the Prize Picks lineup, hand up. Josh had a free TGL square, and I just shit down my leg.
They won one hole. They needed to win 3 for them to lose.
I just shit down my leg. I was picking reserve guys on Kansas State. I don't think anyone in Kansas State, by the way, went more than other than that white kid that's got a fucking torch.
Yeah. Dude, we have TGL again today, though, so you have a redemption spot.
Alan in the YouTube chat said, never watched PLL in my life, but I'm starting to become a Cannons fan. Is that bad? No, Alan. Get involved. Jump on the Cannons wagon, but just know you have my least favorite player in the league on your team now, so enjoy that.
The Cannons unis are so sick.
They have the best colors, too, by far.
They do. Not even close, yeah. They're like the Patriots. They remind me of the Patriots. They're unis.
Yeah.
Just classic.
Well, yeah, they were started in New England, too. Yeah, Boston. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. No, the Cannons are awesome, Alan. Get in there, dude. I don't know if the Atlas play in Chicago, Wendy's fan. But, yeah, dude, that Arizona. Here's my thing with Arizona, Josh. Other than the fact that fading Baylor in big games is just free this year, I don't know when you guys are going to start listening, but UNC and Baylor, literally week 1, I said we were going to fade them all year, and I'm pretty sure if you followed every time I faded them, we are almost undefeated.
I mean, they're 8-7 in conference. I'm sure they were favored in most of those games, in more than 8 of those games.
And we've been good at staying off the games where they do play well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, this Arizona team is so weird, dude. I have no faith that they advance more than maybe a round in March Madness. Yeah. Like you said yesterday, I don't understand why they get so much respect. I do because they have big names. But when you watch this Arizona team play, there's just something about it that I don't get.
It seems like...
If that makes sense. Like, they're not really good at anything.
No, they're not.
Which I feel like every college basketball team has one thing that they're really, really, really good at.
Yeah, they got nothing.
And they are just not...
They rely on other teams to stall out for like 2-3 minutes.
But then they stall out.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you're like, what the fuck are we doing?
But if the other team doesn't do that in the game, they lose. If the other team plays good, their offense plays decent the entire game, just like keeps putting up points, Arizona loses. But
and dude,
when they play teams like Baylor and they fucking go on 2-3 minute drive spells, then they can win. They're not that good. The Big 12 is just not good. That's the thing. It's like they play shitty teams, I think.
Well, dude, I think as well, not only that, but to go with what you're saying, I think the way to beat Arizona is just let Caleb Love shoot. Dude, again, he went 1 for, I think it was 7 from 3 last night.
Yeah.
The kid he averaged 20 last year, Josh. Now he averages 13, and it's not like the volume has gone anywhere.
Yeah.
If you want to beat Arizona in a big spot, it almost feels like just let him shoot.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really have the capability to stop himself, to be like, I have a wide open 3, maybe I'll pass this one. So it does feel like there is a part of me that if you're playing Arizona in March, not that any coaches listen to the show,
let him shoot.
You might as well just let Caleb Love shoot through. Dude, 1 for 7 is horrendous.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's horrendous.
It's bad, yeah.
And they have to run the offense through him. He came back another year. You have to run the offense through him.
Yeah, I don't even know there's anyone else on that team.
You don't have another option.
Yeah, exactly. There's no one else on that team that you even could.
That you can make the number 1 guy. Your Red Raiders are fucking goated, Armis. Big 12 is just as good as the SEC. I don't know about that, Brady.
That's just not even near true.
I will say, though, I was thinking about this last night. It's funny that they both played on the same night because I think Coleman Hawkins and Caleb Love are two of the worst investments in college basketball.
Yeah, they
history,
are.
Dude.
They are. They are.
Coleman Hawkins might be the single worst investment in college basketball history that a college has ever made in the
couple
NIL
mil,
era.
right? I think he got like a couple mil.
$2 million.
Yeah.
$2 million to get 8 points a game.
For 13 wins, whatever the fuck they have, their 14 wins.
But it's not like even if you're going to have 13 wins, at least be averaging 20 if you're getting paid $2 million.
Yeah.
Like, is Coleman Hawkins the worst investment in the NIL era? You would find me hard-pressed to find someone that's worse.
I would love to know how much Jackson Arnold was getting at OU.
But I'm saying basketball because those numbers are totally like football. You can make a case for anybody.
Basketball, yeah, I don't know.
He's got to be up there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Because it's funny when you look at that Illinois team now. A guy got his jersey retired who was so good, and we thought Coleman Hawkins was a guy you should pay $2 million. Which, by the way, we didn't even talk about that, Josh. Did you see? Illinois retired Terrence Shannon's jersey, and he pulled the string, and it was upside down.
Yeah.
Someone has to lose their job for that. Like, those are things
absurd.
where someone actually has to lose their job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't he have to?
Yeah, I mean, whoever did that
Someone
is
has to
gone.
lose their
I mean,
job.
they're already gone. There's no way they still work there.
And I don't wish that upon a lot of people. Like, I don't wish losing job. But when you have a guy that you are retiring the jersey of a year after he left the college, and you have him in front of the whole stadium and he pulls a string and he has to look at his jersey upside down,
yeah,
someone's got to lose job.
Yeah.
Jackson Arnold made less in NIL than Coleman Hawkins.
Crazy. You know Cam Jones gets $1.9 million. That's kind of crazy.
Cam Jones?
Marquette.
I'm not shocked. But he's averaging 20.
It's just crazy. It's just crazy that Marquette is dishing that much money. Cooper Flagg's $4.8 million.
I mean, that also kind of makes a little bit of sense. If you're playing well, it makes sense. Like, I'm okay with you. Like, this is why I like the NIL era. If you're good,
then pay.
You should make money. But when you're Coleman Hawkins, there's also, it's okay to be like, hey, he made 2 threes in crunch time last night. That was pretty cool. But by the way, those 2 threes got him up to what, 9 points, 8 points?
Yeah.
That's not a guy that you pay $2 million for.
That's
very
fair.
Like, that has to be the worst NIL investment.
Yeah. I mean, out of all these guys, like
college basketball.
I'm looking at the guys around him, like Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, PJ Haggerty,
all averaging close
Braden
to 20.
Smith, AJ Diabonsta, whatever the fuck that dude's name is, that's going to BYU next year.
Dude, even Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper, they're
Eric
probably
Dixon.
making bags and they're losing games, but it's because they've put no one around them.
Yeah.
Like,
Eric
what do you want
Dixon
them to do?
is getting $1.7 million. That's insane.
But he's also averaging like
No, he's a bucket. But I'm just saying it's just crazy that like Villanova can dish out that much money.
Crazy.
$1.7 million to be mid.
I was going to fade Duke in the tournament, Josh, but last night kind of changed my mind because now they have freshmen coming off the bench giving you 15. Like, this Duke team is so real.
Yeah,
this Duke team is so real and so deep that I'm now worried.
They're not going to lose a game until the second round of the tournament. Then they're done. That's what they do every year.
I don't know. They're going to be very good, dude. I don't know how they keep doing it, too. Like, not even – I'm saying, like, this year. Every time I look at a big Duke spread, it scares me because there's just a little piece in the back of my mind that was fading Duke early in the year. And we were making money because Cooper Flagg in the big game was the bit. But now they're just, like –
they just can't lose,
they're curb stomping
They
teams,
can't lose,
dude.
yeah.
Like, they're beating the crap out of teams other than just losing to Clemson. But you're going to have losses like that when you have a young team. But then they come out this game, and it's like – the way that I judge college basketball is, one, they're kids, and it's not about necessarily the opponent. It's about the reaction and the response, and that's something that Kevin Willard used to always say. If we play a bad team after getting our shit kicked in and we don't kick their shit in, that's a mental attitude problem.
Yeah.
So I don't really look at the opponent, more so the reaction and the response. And, when you lose to a team like Clemson and you come out and you have Virginia, you better beat their shit in.
Yeah.
And for them to just come out and beat their shit in like that means something for college basketball. Just because at the end of the day, these are 18 to 24-year-olds now, I guess, in college basketball. But Kevin Willard always used to say it's about your reaction to like a bad loss or to a big win. So I'm interested to see how Kansas State reacts. I'm interested to see how Arizona reacts because I feel like even going into that game, I saw a lot of people on Baylor, but more so, I wonder if Arizona can maybe get something going, but I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I
there
don't
are only
see them.
4 teams right now that I can see winning a national championship. Like, genuinely can, like, see it.
That's crazy.
4 right now.
Crazy.
Auburn, St. John's, Alabama, if they can just keep the pace. I can't see anyone out of the Big 12 right now.
No Florida.
I was going to say Florida. The SEC is that top half is so good.
The SEC, like
But Florida worries me though.
Dude, but there's 6 teams.
Florida worries me though.
There are 6 teams in the SEC that I think could win the Natty. Like I'm not
maybe
even joking.
Duke.
Tennessee,
I can maybe see Duke.
Tennessee.
No.
Dude, they're
Tennessee's
so
not
good
gonna do
too.
it.
A&M is good as fuck
No,
too.
A&M's not going to do it.
Even Missouri.
No, you're not going to do it.
We have the best 3-point
Florida
shooter.
would be the 5th.
We have the best 3-point shooter in the country, and you know that guards win games in March.
Guards win games, but you also you need Tamar Bates to really when you look at the way
we have 6 guards that rotate the entire game.
But you need 2 guys that are going to get you 15 every night.
That's the thing is we have 6 guys, and we only need one of them to be on because one guy goes for 28 every
But
night.
you don't want to go deep in March. You don't want an 8-9.
That's what we do. We're
9,
going
10
to.
rotation.
We're going to. We go to 12. That's literally what we do.
It's just going to be it's. I do.
And we just feed the hot hand. It's like we'll play every single player in the first half, and whoever's going plays more. And it's always Caleb Green.
I do think Auburn's probably going to win it all. They just look so good. They're so deep. Janai Broom in March is going to be disgusting. Just disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah, we'll see about that, though.
I
fucking
know.
fold every year, so.
They did fold last year against Yale, but I feel like the fact that they brought guys back from that team, that's exactly what you need. I think St. John's is going to be so sneaky. I don't know if you saw. Can you actually pull up my Twitter and go to that speech that Rick Pitino said?
Yeah.
Because Rick Pitino's all the way back, and I think we forget how good of a coach he is because how much of a scumbag he was off the court with the way that he was recruiting and doing whatever.
He looks so old.
I mean, he is.
He is old. I know he is. I know he's old.
He's old as shit.
He just looks so old.
But this was one of the best. This was this is why I love college versus the NBA because coaches can actually talk like this and coaches can actually mold young men and it's not just talking to guys that are making $30 million a year. And it just it not only made me buy in on St. John's, I was already bought in on St. John's, but you realize that a coach like this, when you're battling in March and you got money on teams, this is the guy you want money on, dude.
Dig in and be a basketball player. Dig in. Every time you miss a shot, your game deflates. We don't care about your missed shots. Play defense. You guys keep blowing opportunity upon opportunity upon opportunity. You're like children with bad things happening. Instead of digging in and be tougher, you wilt. Where is your toughness? Where have you guys been raised that you're so weak mentally that you just give up when something doesn't go right for you? Don't you know what adversity is all about? That's the game of life, not the game of basketball. You don't get down when things go wrong. You dig in and get tougher. Your whole life's gonna be adversity. Learn how to deal with it.
Pitino, Red Storm Rising, Tuesdays.
First of all, adversity is a game of life, not the game of basketball. It might be one of the hardest quotes of all time. And when you watch the St. John's team now, dude, the past couple games, it makes so much sense why they fight so hard. The amount of times that St. John's has lost a lead or been down big and has came back these past 5-10 games, especially when they were on that winning streak, you understand why, because that's what you hear in the locker room. And you dude, I'm ready to run through a brick wall right now. I got chills when he gets to that game of life,
He's back, dude. He's back. I kind of want them to make a run just to see Pitino go deep.
They are, though. This is what he does.
No, I know.
This is what he does. He gets a group of guys like this, and he just fucking gets them to buy in.
Yeah.
And he goes ballistic in March.
Yeah. It's going to be electric.
It's going to be so electric.
That's the only team in the Big East that can do it, I think. Do you agree?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I don't know. Marquette is just too streaky.
I don't think that. Yeah, I agree. I just think that there's gonna be a game in the tournament, even if they make it to the Final Four. Or even the championship. There's always gonna be a game. I feel where they just
Well, Marquette has been a
Do
classic minus
nothing.
18.5, and they never cover.
Yeah.
Because they always let the team just like play up to them, or they play down to them, I guess, which is just so annoying. But I mean, yeah, dude, I love the St. John's team. My preseason was Creighton if everyone was healthy. If Pop Isaacs was healthy, I think they would have been dialed. But now it looks like Kalkbrenner might be fucked with that foot. It seemed last game. I mean, he did come back in, but if they were healthy, I really liked Creighton with Jemiah Neal, Ashworth, Kalkbrenner, and Pop Isaacs. I think that team would have done some damage. But yeah, when it comes out of the Big East, it's tough for me to buy in on UConn right now.
Yeah.
You can't lose to Seton Hall, bro.
They
You can't lose to Seton Hall.
are they gonna make the
Can't
tournament
see
like
no
for
way.
sure?
Who, UConn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
They better keep winning though.
Well, they have a chance today.
I know they play Villanova. I'm saying
Yeah.
they better keep winning.
That's gonna be a tough game, though, dude. That's gonna
Yeah,
be
the
a
nine
very,
that
very,
spread
very,
being
very
nine
tough
and a
game.
half is crazy.
But yeah, it's tough for me to buy in on UConn, even though they went back to back. I just don't think he has a roster this year. I don't think he has the guys. Yeah, like the Big East is just weird, dude. The Big East is weird.
I think there's really only one team that can do it.
Yeah, it's really St. John's, and that's
Yeah.
it. I'd like to buy in on UConn and believe that Hurley, once we get to March, is really going to turn it on. But I don't know. I just don't like this roster is just not. And you can't blame him, dude. The guy in the past years has put out Stephen Castle, Andre Jackson, fucking what's his fucking name?
Klingen.
Donovan Clingan. But there was two guards on that first team that were just gross. I
Can I not remember their
Yeah, I can't
names?
remember their names. They were straps.
Oh,
so they were gross.
dude, the guy in the Spurs. No,
That's Stephen Castle.
no. Other guy in the Spurs. Vassal.
Devin Vassell.
No,
think.
he was on
No,
Florida
no,
State.
No, he wasn't on. Yeah, no.
There was
Tristan Newton and Cam Spencer. That was it. Tristan Newton.
Cam Spencer.
Jordan Hawkins.
I'm thinking, who was the guy that was drafted with Vassal?
I mean, Jordan Hawkins was
On the
gross.
Spurs.
He's on the Pelicans now. He was disgusting. Tristan Newton was also disgusting. Stephen Curry, Stephen Castle, whatever. I don't give a fuck, dude. My favorite song in the Drake album is Spider-Man, Superman. So good. No, but yeah, I don't know. I find it hard to see UConn making away. They just don't have the roster this year, it feels like, and that makes sense, dude. I mean, you go back-to-back and you lose every single guy on both teams. Like, that's just tough to do.
Yeah.
That's really tough to do. I do think, though, sneaky, I don't hate this Gonzaga team, dude. It would just be so Gonzaga that the year that they really have no firepower, but they play like a team to, like, actually make some noise in March this year. Like,
Yeah,
that's a
maybe.
team that really
Yeah.
could squeak. And maybe this is the year we buy in on the Mountain West, and we've been wrong the past two. But I can't do
Can't
it.
do
Out of
it.
principle,
I literally can't do it.
after how bad we got burnt last year,
Mm-hmm.
out of principle, we just cannot.
Also, can we agree that we're gonna fade the Big Ten in the tournament?
Yeah, 100%. The Big Ten fucking sucks balls.
Let's go. Dude, because,
Balls.
like,
Bruce Thornton is literally
blows.
the worst guard in the country, and they fucking slob him.
dude, it blows my mind that, like, there are actually people, like real people, that voted Wisconsin to be 11th, and they have like 5 SEC teams below them that are deserving to be above them.
Wisconsin would get belted by the top half
Wisconsin
of the
would
SEC.
get belted by so many
Ohio
teams.
State, Michigan.
Michigan
The
State.
only team that's Michigan State is good. Michigan State's good. You just got Tom Izzo is very good. He's hard to outcoach, and you need to outcoach him if you're gonna.
Even
beat him.
Purdue, I think, is
Purdue's
they're
fucking
frauds.
sneaky though.
I think they're frauds.
I can't tell with the Big Ten though. I don't know if they're in a situation where and this happens too in college basketball. I can't tell if it's in a situation where every team is bad, so they just beat the crap out of each other because every team is bad. But then there's games where some teams look really good. Like Purdue has looked really good. Michigan State has looked really good in certain spots. But I don't know. I struggle to see a team out of the Big Ten winning.
That's the thing. Like, in certain spots, I feel like they look good. In certain
Yeah.
spots, they look terrible. It's like, I mean, Purdue played the last 2. They played Auburn. They lost by 18. They played A&M. Lost by 4. Those are both at home.
Shout out Joe
They
Griner,
lost to
happy birthday.
Michigan. They lost to Wisconsin. Just like they lost their last 2 games. Might be a sneak Purdue game today, low key.
I think if I were to bet a conference against a field, it'd probably be the SEC, though.
It would have to be, yeah. I mean, they're
But I
definitely
don't
the
know.
massive
The only
favorite.
thing that scares me with the SEC, dude, is Like a team like they're boom or bust. The only teams that I think are not boom or bust in the SEC is Auburn and Bama right now. I genuinely believe those are the only teams that aren't boom or bust. I think Florida could bust in a first-round game. I think you guys could bust in a first-round game. I think A&M could for sure bust in a first. Mississippi State could bust in a first-round game. But when they're booming, they're the best teams in the country.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where it's like I would love to bet the SEC against the field, but the SEC also has the most boom or bust potential out of every team. And that's also just the nature of college basketball. It's very rare that you find a team that's as consistent as these UConn teams have been the past years, where you know you're going to get every game. But the only teams that have played consistent like that are Bama and Auburn, where every game they're coming out and you know what they're going to get.
Well, I mean,
Florida, but
us too. I mean, not even like we've literally had one bad game. It was against Texas. That was literally it. We went into Florida, beat them. We went into Mississippi State, beat them by 30.
I don't think Mississippi State is good.
Okay, we beat them by 30, so it doesn't really matter. They could suck. We beat them by 30. And then the only game that we've lost, I mean, we lost to Tennessee on the road by 4, and then A&M at home by fucking Wade Taylor jacking a 3 up and winning the game. It's like we've played good every game except Texas. Sometimes it hasn't gone our way, but
I do think Walter Clayton is the name that wins a national championship, though. Like Walter Clayton, I could see like in Carson Edwards etched in stone games where he goes off for like 3 games in a row where just like clips 30.
Yeah, I could definitely see that too. But I could, dude.
Like Walter Clayton is just such a name.
But
he's also good.
He's also a guy that can get cold. He can get.
But he's
cold.
Been so consistent.
I mean, dude, when he played against us, he literally did like nothing.
I think
literally
any team
nothing.
in the first round would struggle to stop Walter Clayton.
Yeah,
I think any team up until like the Final Four would struggle to stop Walter Clayton.
Yeah.
Because he gets to his bug.
But no, he was getting to shots. He just wasn't making anything. So, like, he's going to get there, but just can't he make it?
Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be good, dude. It's going to be really good. I'm happy we don't have teams like FAU with all those fucking bots. I'm happy all those bots just, like, dispersed to different teams. The best kid is on Florida, though. I'm happy you don't have another fucking Janelle Davis March Madness experience. I'm happy Arkansas is not going to make it.
Yeah.
That kid fucking sucks.
They're
I hope
100%
Michigan
not
doesn't
gonna make it
because I don't want fucking Golden in there. I'm happy Jalen House graduated from New Mexico.
Michigan's going to make it.
Dude, fuck Michigan. I cannot wait
top
to fade
25,
that
right?
dog shit team, dude. I cannot wait to fade that dog shit team. I literally cannot wait.
I mean, they have to make it, right?
I literally cannot wait. The Big Ten, after the past 2 years of the Big Ten getting the most bids in March Madness, they should get 1 bid this year. You get 1. Because it's been embarrassing. Last year, Seton Hall missed out because they put who they put in from the Big Ten. Remember that? Fucking Seton Hall missed out and won the NIT because they put fucking dog shit teams from the Big Ten in.
Who did they put in?
Was it Michigan State? No. Was it Ohio State? Might have been Ohio State.
It might have been.
Because fucking dog shit, dude. It's so dog shit how much respect the Big Ten has for how fucking horrible they are. And Seton Hall missed out on a March Madness run last year with an unbelievable roster that ended up walking you an NIT championship.
Yeah.
Because we want to put teams like Ohio State in who have done nothing.
Yeah, Seton Hall should have definitely been.
Like, it's such a joke. It's such a joke. It's such a joke. Fuck 'em. Fuck.
Arkansas, dude, so I guess before conference play, there were rumors that if you get, I think it was 8 or 9 wins in the SEC, you'll probably make the tournament. And Arkansas's at 4 right now, so they need 5 more wins.
Fuck 'em. I hope they don't
with
make
like 7 games left. Or something like that, right? I think there's only
don't
like 5, 6, 7 games left.
I hope they don't make it.
They probably won't. But
Did you see Trent made his, I'm not even going to say return. He is now on Snapchat.
I did see that. I added him.
Shout out.
I saw him in the hot tub making snaps.
Shout out. For anyone that has Snapchat, we now have 3 of us on there, 4 of us on there. We got
Let's
the
go.
sports experience now as well with
Let's
Raph. But dude, it's weird when there's no pro sports, right? It's weird when there's no pro sports. I feel like people, like especially Trent, just feel lost.
Yeah, he has no idea.
He
what's
just
happening.
no idea what to do.
That's why he made the Snapchat.
Yeah,
I'm
he
sure.
just has no idea what to do. He was just
Yeah.
so bored yesterday that he just had to dial in.
It's like Ricky Bobby. He just doesn't know what to do with his hands
Yeah,
when there's no sports.
it's
on.
Ricky Bobby with his hands, dude. Kelsey, we got a bounce back parlay in the oven. I got one. Don't worry. But yeah, dude, I saw something too. If you don't mind pulling it up, I actually just tweeted it before, and I feel like it's a good thing to talk about. I kind of want to talk about it.
What?
It's just a video on Twitter.
KD?
Yeah. If you want to play that video real quick for the people.
I could play it.
It's gonna take a lot to get back from this heartbreak.
How much he means to you, man?
Nah, for sure. For sure, because it's like, I come from neighborhoods where people don't even talk to each other. Like, so much hate in the world, too. It's like, when people get to start laughing and joking for the game of ball, like, it's cool to me. So, like, it get me emotional, dog. My bad. Because it's crazy to see, because, like, it's crazy to see somebody say they travel so long to come see their favorite player play in the Olympics. They spend their money, they bring their whole family. Like, it's just dope to me. The game just saved my life, so it brought me and my family out of a lot of bullshit, so I'm just, like, grateful for it. For real.
I know this is going to sound dumb when I say it, but I feel like, especially with what gambling has done to sports and what shows like First Take and that kind of media has done, you kind of forget that like guys like Kevin Durant and LeBron and even like your favorite player, like I feel like, at least for me, sometimes in your head you feel like this player just spawned out of nowhere. Yeah. And you love him and you're like watching him in college and you're like, oh, like, and I think we forget sometimes that they're just like kids that loved ball to the point where they just like dedicated their entire life to it. And then like I saw someone quote tweet and they're like, dude, this is like shows like Stephen A. Smith like make you forget that these guys are like human.
Yeah,
sometimes.
That's actually true. Yeah,
they do, like they make you forget that these guys are like human sometimes, and they just wake up every morning and like shit on them. And then you see guys like KD who, like, it's no secret that KD literally loves basketball. Like he says it in every interview. Yeah. Like he's like, I just love basketball. Like everything about basketball I love. And it's just cool to see like the emotion come out a little bit there, because like when you see that how much fun Team USA was having, you realize that that's what they play for, dude. Exactly. Like when you're on an AAU team and everyone's fucking laughing, joking, and then you go out, you fucking bang on a team. Like it's really cool to see like that emotion. And I feel like it also, you know, it gives you perspective, at least for me, to try to hamper a little bit the way that I talk about players. I'm trying. Like, other than Caleb Love, he has it coming.
And fucking Diane Taurasi.
Yeah, well, that bitch can get it 7 days a week whenever she wants. I've got smoke for Diana Taurasi till I'm in the grave. Yeah. But, like, it was just really cool to see that, because I don't think you see that a lot.
Are you going to watch that?
Yeah, 100%.
Have to. I think it's out, right?
Yeah.
I think it came out.
I think it comes out tonight.
I think it might already be out. I think it just came out today.
It came out today. Okay.
Yeah. I think.
But yeah, I don't know. That was just really cool to see, because I don't think you see that a lot, especially out of NBA players.
I want to, dude. I want to see that fucking mic'd up moment of Steph hitting those threes.
Oh my god!
Against France.
I can't even.
I can't even.
Well, I mean, it came out today, so we got to watch it. And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, 100%
on the show.
100%.
But yeah, it was just really cool to see that, because I feel like we don't see that a lot, and even like the stuff with Rick Pitino, like you don't see that a lot. And it's just cool to see moments like that.
You always get like one or two of those videos in college basketball a year. Like I remember like a couple years ago, Kansas State's coach, remember those?
Yeah, he's still there.
Those locker rooms, but like there was those videos pregame when they would have the boombox going.
Those little baby.
Yeah, they were getting ready. I mean, dude, I could not be more excited for next month.
What's
and
next
March
month?
Madness.
Oh,
like. There's no better time of the year in sports.
I thought you were about to say something with the Bears, and I was going to be so pissed.
No. Yeah, it was a completely just flip subject.
Yeah, I literally thought you'd be like, I'm so excited for next month.
No.
Bears have to report for something. I was like, dude, this has to stop.
Just March Madness is the best time for all of sports. Like, in my opinion, it's not even close. Those first 4 days are just, there's nothing better. Especially when your team's in it. Last year was like, I had a bunch of fun, but like we were 0-18 in the SEC play, so didn't really have much of a chance of making the tournament. We thought we were going to squeak in, but didn't really make it. But this year we're in, so I'm excited. Also, yes.
No, March Madness is the best.
The Cubs got Justin Turner. Means nothing.
Is that good?
He's like 40 years old. He's just gonna like play like every 4 games and probably DH.
March Madness is the best tournament in all of sports.
It's not even
the
close.
Best experience.
Not even
it's
close.
The best like energy. It's literally the best.
The one thing I will say is there's too much break. Like I think you should just run these guys into the ground. It's
dude.
Wednesday to Wednesday. Just games every day.
They need a break, dude. They have to travel so far sometimes.
Yeah.
So they need the break. But I get it. Like once it starts, you're just like, I need it all the time.
You need it every day.
Yeah,
like,
I
you
need
just
it all
need
the
it
time.
every day.
I need it all the time.
That's what I hate is like after the first 2 rounds, there's like those, I think it's like 2-3 days where they have to have a break.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I think it's like they play 4 days in a row, then 2-3 days off.
Yeah.
Can't be having that.
Goated.
Can't be having
Goated. Love from Indiana University. Let's go, Ethan. No, I can't wait for March Madness. But actually, speaking of the Bears, do you want to pull up that graphic? That just like disrespected the only thing that we're like somewhat good at in terms of like our teams.
It's absurd. The disrespect that people have for our organizations is actually insane. It's insane. They have no disrespect, Jovan. I've never met a Buccaneers fan that isn't named Jovan Deep. Have you?
Wait, let's go through. Let's start at the top.
The Lions.
Yeah, let's start at the top. All right, Lions goated. I agree.
Okay, but
Vikings goated. Skull, yes. Bills goated, yes. Packers goated, yes. Seahawks 12th man goated, yes.
I would not say the Vikings are up with the best.
They go nuts.
Dude, they have one because they have a chant?
No, because they go nuts, dude. They pack it every game, no matter how much they fucking suck.
So does everybody.
No.
Not everybody, but a lot
that
of
bottom
teams.
list is fair.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Saints. I don't know. Ravens, junk.
Giants.
I actually think I would put the Ravens up one more. I think they should be in that top tier.
The best fans, yeah.
My cousin works for the Ravens, and dude, those fans show up no matter rain, sleet, or snow.
See, I think they broke this list down in too many sections. I think that there's should be 3 sections.
Yep.
Great fan base, mid, and bad.
Yep. Bengals shouldn't even be close.
They should not be up there.
Buccaneers shouldn't even be close.
No.
Who the fuck,
The Browns, literally the Browns. They used to have nobody at their games. They still have nobody go to the
Niners.
games.
I've never been to a Niners game.
I'm sure they've got great fans. That would not surprise me. The Browns, yeah, the dog.
What the fuck is that? Texans. I've never been to a Texans game. Steelers, I feel like you could put up at the top too.
Yeah,
that's a goated fan base. They got the towel there. Always there. They're ready to go.
The Titans,
Tennessee
they're
Titans.
at the bottom. They're way bottom.
I feel like
bottom.
I've seen Tennessee games on TV where it's dick empty.
Literally nobody there. Yeah.
Dick empty.
At noon, and it's 75 degrees on a Sunday. Nobody there.
The Colts, I think the Colts are goated.
Yeah, they got good fans.
Colts are goated.
Dolphins, no.
Dolphins junk. Put them at the bottom. Dolphins actually junk. Put them at the bottom. Broncos junk. Put them at the bottom. I don't even know Broncos fans. Who the fuck is a fan of the Broncos?
Literally.
Rams junk all the way at the bottom. They're a new fan base. They don't even have super fans yet.
The Bears. I mean, how are they not up there with the best when they literally sell out games? Me and Dave went to a game this year when it was Bears-Lions. We had 4 wins in Week 17. It was fucking 0 degrees out, and it was packed. You can't tell me that they're just okay.
Yeah, that is insane. Also, the Jets too. They don't.
That is crazy.
We don't
too,
not pack the stadium, and we've gone through seeing ghosts, the butt fumble, the Zach Wilson experience, and now Aaron Rodgers.
It's insane,
dude. We pack every game. At least put us up one more tier. We've dealt with some shit.
Dude, it's not
and
even.
You're putting us there. We've dealt with some shit.
It's not even dealing. I don't even know what I'm doing here. It's not even that.
Doing?
I'm just clicking through shit. I was going to the YouTube chat. Just spamming through shit. Dude, I have no idea how either one of our franchises are that low. It makes no sense.
It's honestly disrespectful because of what we've been through. When you take into account what we've been through, the fact that we're that low is it's honestly we shouldn't even have fans anymore. But the fact that we still have a fan base that shows up to games and still buys season tickets, and you're putting us in the 3rd tier is
insane.
Genuinely rude. Wait, pull that back up.
You want me to pull back up?
Yeah, I want to go through the whole thing.
Okay, it's back.
But I don't understand how either of them are there. Also, how the fuck are the Eagles not at the top? That's like the best fan base in all of sports.
Well, that section is insufferable, so that makes sense.
Okay, so insufferable, Cowboys.
I get those.
How are Giants fans insufferable, dude? They just eat shit all day.
Yeah, the Giants. Yeah, I don't know about the Giants.
Put the Giants up one.
The other 4 I get though. That's
are
the only. Yeah, those are good.
That's the core 4 of insufferable: Patriots, Cowboys, Chiefs, Eagles. I agree with that.
100%. Honestly, throw the Packers in there too.
The Rams and Dolphins should be at the bottom.
Yes.
This bottom is the best.
Also, the Titans should be at the bottom. 100%.
This bottom is the best by far. Yeah, Titans all the way at the bottom.
I wouldn't say that the
Bucks at the bottom.
I feel like the Commies fans have also been through some shit. Like they went through a name change. They went through 3 name changes. They got 3 different names.
Maybe we put the Commanders where we're at.
We're okay. I think that they're okay.
Yeah. Titans, Bucks, bottom.
Yeah.
Bengals, bottom. Dolphins, bottom. Broncos, bottom. Rams, bottom.
Raiders, bottom. Raiders.
The Raiders kind of show
out. But no, Raiders fans in Vegas are terrible. They don't show out at all. Like they don't.
All right, Raiders bottom.
The stadiums are packed.
They have nothing to show out.
The stadiums are packed because the opposing team's fans go there to watch games.
When I went to show out.
When I went to the Bears game there was like something like some local Vegas account tweeted that 42% of the tickets bought to the game were from Chicago zip codes.
Wait, can you actually go to a tier list with NFL teams, and can we make the tier of good fan bases? Is that possible to do live?
I can try to find that.
I don't think the Bengals are good where they're at, Evan, in the YouTube chat. I really don't. Dude, so it's been a really slow news era, so can I tell you what I've been doing at night?
Sure.
Or during the day?
Sure.
While you pull up the tier list?
Yeah, well, how many tiers do you want?
Well, you said 3.
You just want to do 3?
Yeah, I think we do 3.
So do, like...
Goated, mid, junk. Or Jansen.
All right.
Do Jansen. Also, I love Dukes. I actually love Dukes. He tried to throw Champ Series championships in with the astronauting as if that matters.
Insane.
That's like not even a real chip, but sure. All right, here we go.
I just got to delete these rows. Give me a sec.
So what I've been doing, are you ready for this? So obviously I've talked about it a lot on the show. I've been getting into, oh my God, dude, something fucking nuts happened to me yesterday. So I walked for 4 miles yesterday around my complex. Okay. Dude, this is nuts. And there's a spread of my complex where you go around the circle, and then there's a massive, like, straight shot, and the sun hits on the specific spot, but the sidewalk has a bunch of trees on it. So what I do is I walk on the street side, but I walk close to the sidewalk so I get the sun.
Okay.
Because I don't want to be in the shade because it's cold.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding, foot to curb, that close to the sidewalk, but not on the sidewalk. And the street is huge, and there's not a lot of traffic. So you don't, like, there's never a point where cars have to wait to then go around me. Like, it's not, there's parking spots. Yeah. Like, that's how wide it is. And I'm walking in the parking spots. Dude, I'm walking yesterday, and what I do now is I listen to, like, philosophical breakdowns. So I'm starting to get into, like, Stoicism and, like, learning about Stoicism and their take on physics and ethics and all that kind of stuff. And it's actually really, really interesting. Like, once you start getting into this, you learn about not only like the philosophical side of it and learn about like how they say you should approach life and, you know, how you should handle certain situations, which I think is super helpful. And obviously you think about them being thinkers in that era and being able to apply it today is pretty insane. I mean, obviously some of it, you got to take whatever it is. And I think I'm just trying to learn about different. So I'm going to tackle Socrates, Aristotle, Plato as like a grown adult. Cause I had to do that in college at Providence. They have development in Western Civ where they make you go through that shit. But it's fucking botted. All the teachers suck. And I, like, failed my first year of Western Civ because I was like, this is fucking junk. But, so I'm trying to do that, and I'm trying to, like, not build my own philosophy and sound like Matt McCusker, but I am trying to put together, like, a Bible of the way that I want to live my life through learning philosophies in my own way and, like, taking the good and the bad. So I've been listening to, like, people break down Stoicism and then also listening to Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, which has been really, really good. And I'm walking, dude, and I'm on the sidewalk, and there's a girl with a dog next to me. And I didn't want to go up on the sidewalk because I don't like interacting with dogs. Like, I don't want to put the owner in a thing where, like, the dog might jump.
Away, yeah.
So I was, like, on the side. I was in the street, but not, like, in the street. And she was on the sidewalk. And then I'm walking. I got my headphones in, and I honk. And I was like, what the fuck? But I just, like, ignored it and, like, kept walking because I thought maybe behind me, like, honk again. And I turned, and this guy in a fucking Escalade, I'm not even kidding you, Josh, there was so much room. It was from me to you. Like, I couldn't even touch the car if I tried. Dude, and he looks at me, and he points at the sidewalk. And he's, like, yelling in his car, pointing at the sidewalk. And, dude, once again, it's like I'm doing all these mental exercises. I'm really working on, like, my mental psyche and, like, the way that I approach situations. And even through Stoicism, a lot of it is something that Marcus Aurelius talks about is too many people wake up and start the morning well and end the day bad because they hope for a good day and they set themselves up for a good day. But what Marcus Aurelius says when he wakes up is prepare yourself that you're going to deal with narcissists, you're going to deal with assholes, you're going to deal with dicks, but just be able to understand that you're going to deal with the worst people in the world on a daily basis, but understanding that you have the power over your own inner emotions and know that you have the strength to deal with those people instead of waking up and being like, I'm gonna have a great day. And I think that's like an interesting way to flip perspectives. So I've been doing that kind of a little bit, and I feel like, oh, it happened. I'm in the moment. The guy points at me. He's clearly pissed. I don't know, something probably happened in his day that was really, really bad, that he was just having a bad day, so he wanted to yell at me, and he wanted to take his anger out on someone, and maybe he was just like, why ain't this kid on the fucking sidewalk? And I had the opportunity where it was like, oh, you're dealing with one of those people now. How are you going to react? Are you going to respond and be a dick back? Are you going to, like, throw your hands up, whatever it is? And all I did was look at him, smile, and put my thumb up.
Yeah.
And then he drove away. And I was like, wow. Like, that was crazy. That could have went, not to complete, I'm not saying we were going to get in a fight, but it could have went, I could have acted like a total dick back and be like, fucking whatever. But it was nuts, dude. It was nuts. But I was like, damn, that really happened to me today while I was listening to, like, this guy break it down. And I was just like, damn, like, it's funny how things, like, that's not, like, a crazy experience to have, but it's just funny how, like, when you start working on things, you get put in situations like, oh, are you going to result back to fucking being a total scumbag, or are you going to, like, actually start being the person that you're trying to be? You know what I mean? I was like, damn, like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, fuck that guy, though.
Yeah, but also, what a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, like, actually.
Like, if I could do it again, would I respond differently? No. But also, like, guys like that are just the worst kind of people.
Yeah.
Like, the worst kind of people.
What do you...
The worst kind of people.
Yeah.
And then I had
That's
to, like...
funny, though, that actually happened.
And then I had to, like, really... Because I feel like when stuff like that happens, you start thinking about it and overplaying it, and it snowballs your day a little bit, where now maybe I'm in a negative mood, and now I'm like, dude, fuck these people. So I had to do, like, the real, like, okay, that was whatever, just fucking... Which normally I don't do, so that was good, dude.
That is good.
That was good, man.
Dude, I would definitely be a dick back there. Like, 100%.
No, normally I would have, too.
I'm pretty good at, like, not really, like, making it affect me, though. Like, I'll be a dick and then just be like, all right, that didn't... Like, it doesn't, like, carry on, you know what I mean? It's kind of just, like, ends there.
No, I used to be horrible at that.
Yeah.
So I've just kind of started to being like, okay, you're going to do whatever you're going to do, and I'm just going to stay in my fucking... So that was good, but it was crazy. But, nuts, though, dude. that just, like, happened. And the girl that was walking the dog looked at me after, and...
Did he really just do that?
Like, did one of those.
Yeah.
And I would... That was the only time...
That's always the best.
But
That's
that was
the
the
best.
only time where I gave a reaction.
Yeah.
She did this, and she was, like, an older lady, and I looked at her and I was like, that was crazy. Yeah. And then just kept walking. But it was like, damn. Like,
that's the best.
Hell?
Like, when you and another person in public that you don't know see something crazy happen, you're like, did you see that too?
Yeah, I was like, what is...
Or did you hear what that guy said?
Like, what is that? What is that? What is that?
Yeah.
All right, is the tier list up?
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Here it is.
All right, chat, I want this to be interactive, YouTube and Twitch, and I want you guys to tell us if we're making a bad move, because I know you guys will, because you're incapable of not doing it. All right, here we go.
All right, I think we start off with the two gimmies.
Yeah, two gimmies.
Two gimmies. We'll put them there.
Two gimmies, and let's give the reasons why. Two gimmies. The Bears have been through fucking hell and back as a fan base.
Never wavered.
And never wavered. They sell out every stadium. Jets fans, hell and back. I went to a game literally this year where we lost to the Buffalo Bills, and the season was literally already over. Packed stadium, sold out stadium. We have been through the butt fumble, through Sam Darnold seeing ghost, the Zach Wilson experiment, and now the Aaron Rodgers experiment, and we still sell out and almost sell out our season tickets every single year, and we show up to MetLife, and we give faith to that team every single year. We're putting our teams in the top.
Yeah.
You guys can blow me.
They're up there.
Jets, this isn't, guys, this is fan bases. This is
These are fan bases.
Yeah, like you guys are bitching like we're saying our teams are good. This is fan bases. Fan bases. I think next one, Ravens.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, we'll just go in order here. I think next one. Dude, I would argue that the Giants fans are kind of good. Is that crazy? The fans, not the org.
I would say they're goated too. I would
Right?
say they're goated.
Right?
Yeah, Giants fans show up. Actually, I don't know. I almost want to put Giants fans mid because I feel like, I mean, they have reason to give up, but it feels like they've given up.
Yeah, they have given up. Fuck them.
So maybe go mid.
Yeah.
Mid.
All right, Lions. I can't put the Vikings up there, dude. I just can't.
Well, the Lions are definitely going up there.
The Lions are up there.
Seahawks are definitely going up there.
Yes.
Since we're not doing insufferable, I think you go Patriots, Eagles.
Oh, no. We put them Jansen
No.
because they're insufferable.
But they're so good at being a fan base.
They're good, but also so bad. They're not good at being fans at all. Like, the Eagles are actually like the worst at being fans.
But it's like the most die hard. That's what I'm saying.
I would the most diehard or the douchiest?
Die hard, dude. I mean, did you see their parade? They fucking you want to talk about super spreader events?
Dude, they had like what, 2 million people?
I don't know.
I think they said like
I
there's
just
2
saw
million
the
people.
photos.
I think there's
Nuts.
2 million people. I mean, that's
Put the Chiefs dead last.
That's weak. Yeah, we could put them
Put
down.
the Chiefs dead last. Fuck the Chiefs.
I'm putting the Eagles down here too.
Dude,
They're down there.
I want people to know I want the Eagles at the top because that's
Eagles
a good
fans
fan
are
base.
so annoying.
That's a good fan base.
They're the worst.
Put the Cowboys at the bottom.
They're the worst.
Put the Cowboys at the bottom. It's a viewing experience, not a fan base.
Cowboys down.
Yeah, put the Cowboys at the bottom. It is a viewing experience, not a fan
Dolphins
base.
bottom.
Dolphins bottom. Bills top.
Bills top.
Bills
Auto.
top for sure.
Bills top.
Bills top for sure.
I think we can go Steelers top too.
Steelers top for sure.
I think we can go Packers top.
Packers top.
Okay.
I'm going to go Rams, Chargers, Broncos bottom.
Rams, Chargers, and Broncos
Mm-hmm. Bottom.
bottom.
Just
Cardinals have
put the
to be
fucking
bottom.
Titans down there too, dude.
Cardinals have to be down
Yeah,
there
put
too.
the Cardinals and the Titans down there too.
We're running out of space in Jansen.
So listen, there's not a lot of diehard fan bases. You know what, Josh? I'm gonna throw a bone to Krabs. Put the Commanders at the top.
The top?
They've been through almost more than us combined, and they're still here, dude. And they made the playoffs, and they were busting.
Dude, but
that
no.
fan base is goated.
You can't say they've been through more than us combined because they were good last year.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But once you're good, everything's gone.
But those years before they were good,
Everything's
they
gone,
went
man.
through some shit.
Yeah.
All
right.
Jags bottom.
Panthers bottom.
Yeah, Panthers. Actually, I don't know. I kind of have a soft spot for Panthers fans.
All right, mid.
Mid, yeah. Panthers mid.
Jags bottom.
Jags bottom. Why even have the mid section? There's just a lot of rat shit fan base.
Because we're clearing out the rat shit and goated, and then we're just gonna throw all the rest in mid.
I'm gonna go Niners Raiders mid. You like Niners Raiders mid?
I think we go Niners goated.
You go Niners goated. Okay, I can go Niners goated.
I
think Colts mid.
I think we keep only the Panthers in mid.
Okay, yeah.
Everyone
all right.
else is goated.
All right, so then I think Colts are goated. I feel like Indiana rides for their
goated.
teams.
They're goated. Falcons. I feel like that's a good mid one.
Yeah, put the Falcons.
Dude, we could put that whole division in mid. How about that?
I like Falcons mid.
Let's throw that division in mid. All 4 of them. Literally, though. Like, that is the definition.
I love watching chat. We couldn't, just so you know, Josh, we couldn't make this list where chat would be like, that's a good list. So fuck you guys.
All right, Browns bottom.
Browns dead last.
Bengals bottom. They're Jansen, dude. For how good they are, their fans suck.
Yeah, they do suck. Yeah, put them at the bottom. Put Bengals, Jansen. Guys, this isn't teams. This is fan bases. I feel like some people are losing plot. This is just fan bases.
This is teams. Patriots bottom.
I don't know, dude. Pats fans are. I don't know. I would put Pats at the top.
Top?
Yeah, I've had to deal with them. They ride, dude.
Fine.
They ride. They don't give a fuck. They ride. Wow, this last 4 is the epitome of mid.
Get them all in there.
Like these last
We'll call
4
it a day.
are just mid.
There it is. There it is.
I feel like that's
Now
actually
compare
not
the
that bad.
two.
I feel like that's actually not that bad. Yeah, can we pull them up side
This
by
one looks
side?
so much better.
I feel like ours makes more sense.
100%. You could look at this list, not even knowing that it's about fans, be like, oh, that's definitely about fans.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
100%. I think that's a good list. I feel like we did our job.
Let's do. I think we should start a little game that we play. before the show, me and Mikey will start making tier lists and not tell you what the tier lists are, what the title is, and you guys have to guess the tier list.
Guess the
Chad
tier
has to
list. I like
guess
that.
what the topic of the tier list is.
I like that.
That'd be a very fun game.
I like that. This whole list was a choice. Chad, don't make us do teams next because then the roof will really come off, dude.
Don't.
The roof will really come off if you make us do teams next. Colts fans definitely exist, bro.
Dude, yeah.
Here's the thing about chat, dude, and this is why I just think it's funny too. Chat, they just want to wake up and hate.
100%.
They just want to wake up and get a good hate in. And I get it, man. Sometimes I want to get a good hate in too. There are a couple tweets I get off where it's just like, I just got to get some hate off. And you just get some hate off. Feels good.
Yeah.
That list is fucking solid, and I won't hear it.
I wouldn't even say. I would go as far as saying perfect. I wouldn't move any of those around.
I won't even hear it, dude. I won't even hear it. This is a W hate watch for chat. Sometimes you just got to tune into TMA and just get a good hate watching.
Have to. I actually can't wait to start making these tier lists too.
I don't love to rile the people up. I feel like I love the people up.
Yeah, what?
I feel like I love the chat the most. I feel like I give the chat the most love.
I think it's so funny how we have the Panthers in mid and the Chiefs in Jansen. And they're literally like the loudest fan base in the league.
Yeah, well, the Chiefs, but we put them down there because their fans are just annoying.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I agree, Matt.
Yeah, I agree.
But just hilarious.
Yeah, I agree, dude. I agree.
We should get a graphic out of that, too. We'll start getting graphics for the tier list.
Yeah, we did. I think it's funny to make them guess the tier list.
100%. Yeah, but we'll post a graphic after the fact.
Yeah, I like that. That's funny.
Wish I could get those 10 minutes back.
All right, should we serve some slate? There's some really good games on.
Let's do it. There's some great games on.
Let's do it. Tyler, yeah. I'll see your ball at a lot of money. I'm so jazzed.
Hey, we're back.
Welcome back to Slate Service, part of the show. We serve Slate, give you all the plays and parlays you need. Let's get weird. Let's get dirty. Let's have fun. All right. I want to start with college basketball.
Classic.
Let's start with college basketball.
Classic.
Let's start with college basketball. There are some absolutely gorgeous games on today's slate.
Yes,
there are, however, some trap games on today's slate.
There's the biggest trap game of all time on today's slate.
So we are going to try to walk you guys through. We're going to try to do our best to give you the great plays that you need every morning and why you tune into TMA for some of you. Here we go. Oh, dude. After losing to Seton Hall, I'm having a very hard time not wanting to take UConn minus 8.5, but there's such a thing in my brain that Villanova matches up so well with this UConn team. Like, if there was a team that position by position matches up so well with UConn, it's definitely Villanova.
Yeah, I agree.
Rickus, Longino, and Dixon, like that team, and especially working Wooga too, that team matches up very well with UConn.
I like Villanova a lot. I don't know why.
I do too, but it's just a tough spot because UConn always bounces back, dude.
They do. It's a lot of points.
And he's not even close. Like Neptune versus Hurley, the coaching battle, it's not even close.
Yeah, no.
It's not even close.
I mean, Hurley's not very close with anyone, I would say.
I think
close with some people, but not very many people.
Tentatively, I might put 8 points in my pocket, but I'm going to have to really think about that game, so I don't want to give you guys anything right now. Dude, what happened to this Oklahoma team? They were ranked in the beginning of the year, and now it feels like they just show up places and get their teeth kicked in.
Yeah. I do not know.
I don't bet big spread, so unfortunately I won't bet this game. But something I don't mind is a potential Florida team total here, dude.
Okay. I actually kind of like that.
I feel like Florida's going to put up points, but I don't really trust big spreads anymore, and I don't bet them. And I think that's why I've been kind of staying in the green in this college basketball season, because I've been staying away from those gross big spreads that last year I would have been like, oh, give me Florida minus 13.5, and they win by 11, and you don't cover, but they have a massive blowout.
Yeah. I would take Florida in this game. I think they beat the shit out of Oklahoma. Oklahoma is just a walkover game in the SEC now. They've given up.
Yeah.
They've given up.
I don't trust Texas A&M. I think they're fucking fluky. I think they've got guys that can't play consistent basketball, that can't score consistent basketball, so I'm going to take the home team here. Give me Mississippi State. Money line.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck Wade Taylor, dude. I can't do it. He's not who he was at the beginning of the year, and he ain't going to be who we think he is going into Mississippi State, who I think has kind of revived their basketball fan base this year. So I love Mississippi State here. But I do potentially like that over. I need to look a little bit harder at that, but I do like Mississippi State here. I'm going to take the home team.
Okay.
I'm going to take the home team. I'm also going to take the home team in Michigan State. This is just one where, even though we talked about it, Purdue's coming off 2 straight losses, Michigan State, as you start getting close to March, becomes... Wow, Caleb Muse, a rare appearance.
Wow.
Caleb Muse, a rare appearance. It's good to see you, bud. We don't get to see you around these parts very often. Michigan State's one of those teams, much like Pitino when he was on Iona and now Pitino on St. John's. As we start inching closer to March, I cannot fade him. And I find it very hard to fade him. So I am 100% taking Michigan State here. Like, there was never...
you were never not.
I was never not taking Michigan State here in this spot, especially at home.
Yeah. I have nothing to say in this game. I think both these teams are overrated, but I it's just so hard for me
I don't
not to
particularly
take
hate
Purdue.
this over.
It's so hard for me not to say Purdue after they just lost 2 games in a row and the spread's this short.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
I'm not betting on that game, though. There's literally no chance.
Josh, away Q's is one of the worst teams in basketball, but I can't help myself, dude. I can't help myself.
You could Berg with Rav.
I just don't understand what
is
in
Rav
my...
a fake fan of Pittsburgh basketball, too, or just football? Do we know?
You know. A&M's going to win outright from the YouTube chat. Here's my problem. I don't know what's my problem because I can't not take Syracuse. I don't know why I can't. And I hate that I get people to tail me with that. But 10 points against a team in Pitt that I don't think is very good.
Yeah, they're not.
So how do I not just take 10 points, but knowing Syracuse is one of the worst teams in the country, and they love to get blown out. They love to get blown out.
Yeah. And tickets are $6 if you want to go to that game. So
that tells me not a big home presence. Maybe we get a coverage out of Syracuse.
There's literally no one going, I'm sure. Tickets are more expensive to the Queens Central Arkansas game.
I kind of like that narrative then.
Yeah.
Hey, shit ain't going to be rocking.
It will not be rocking.
So maybe we take the away team with 10.5 points in my pocket with J.J. Starling.
I think you should.
That's why I like Syracuse, because J.J. Starling is fucking goated.
I think you should.
Are you touching any of these MAC games?
I mean, come on. Dude, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to control myself and not take the over in the Buffalo Western Michigan game, because that'd be the most auto bet that I'd take every single time, and I don't think Buffalo's hit an over since not.
Wow, that's some self-control.
But I'm going to take the Akron Northern Illinois over.
Yeah, you love
158.5.
You do love the Zips.
I actually, you know what? I'm going to control myself again. I'm going to take Akron's team total over. Not fuck with NIU, because NIU is also fucking terrible. They're
I like that.
So
dude.
bad.
I like that.
But I think that their team total, 89.5. Give me them to score 90.
I like that, dude. This is possibly one of the funniest interactions I've ever seen in a YouTube chat. Someone goes, Texas A&M first half is an auto fade, always down at half. And then someone responds, yo, just looked at A&M's last 3 away games. They won every first half. Just some classic YouTube chat.
Shout
out. In what world is Loyola Chicago plus 2.5 going into Davidson? This Davidson team is fucking junk. And I feel like this is a mid-major where I've been on Loyola Chicago, if you guys have been following all year.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take the better team here. I don't care that this spread is weird. I know how bad Davidson is. I've faded Davidson in so many spots in this conference play that I'm just going to take the better team.
I like that.
Like, I wouldn't be shocked if this gets down to 1.5-1 by tip. But sometimes in college basketball, other than other sports, you can really take the better team sometimes and come out on top. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm going to take the better team.
I like that a lot.
Fuck that, dude. Des Watson probably goes nuts.
Yeah. Love it.
Davidson's just bad. Like, they're not good.
They are bad.
And you look at that over under 2 points, like, there's a lot of room for Loyola Chicago to win that game.
100%.
You tell me that Queens game has got expensive tickets.
You skipped one.
What I skip?
Did you not skip one? You don't see it? North Florida.
Oh.
I think we're on the same.
I'm on green.
Oh. I'm on ESPN.
Are you taking North Florida?
See, it's already locked, dude. 166.5. in a Stetson, North Florida game.
I'm going to make a call here. Is this okay?
What
I'm
is
going
it
to change our graphic department to mine and yours favorite play, and it's going to be Mikey's POD, Josh's POD.
No more, it's already locked.
Well, I just feel like the It's Already Locked is fun, but I don't want to push it to the public and have people detailing the It's Already Locked, because there's no reason to take the Already Locked every day other than it's just the highest total.
So how about we do this? How about we make the graphic, your POD, my POD, Plan B, It's Already Locked, like little tiny in the bottom.
That I like. And the It's Already Locked is like a quarter unit play. Like it's a sprinkle for the highest total on the board. Because why would you take North Florida Stetson over?
That's true.
And someone DM'd me yesterday was like, dude, the It's Already Locked fucking sucks. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, that is supposed to be like a quarter, half unit play for fun because it's the highest total.
That's true.
The Plan B is real deal, though. But you got to wait for the Plan B to see how the rest of your day goes. That's what the Plan B comes into account for that. Yeah.
Had to call off the graphic.
Did you already play? Did you already make? Did you already send the dogs?
Yeah, no, but he's not making it. We're good.
I'm taking Tech -6.5 on the road, dude. I don't see TCU. There's just no matchup that favors TCU in that game.
There isn't.
Especially because Trezarian White just hasn't seemed to get his feet wet.
Yeah, I know.
He was injured in the beginning of the year, but I feel like he's a guy that stretches the floor a lot. It just seems like he can't figure out maybe it's the injury, but it just seems like he can't.
Kind of a
figure
short
his shit
spread.
out, dude.
Kind of a short spread, though. I know it's 7.5 is a lot for going on the road, but I mean, for how
that's a lot.
Mid TCU is and how good Texas Tech has been.
That's true. Maybe a Texas
Another
Tech,
team. What Texas Tech at 9.
Maybe a Texas Tech.
Make that
team
make
total.
sense to me.
Maybe a Texas Tech team total potential.
Yeah.
Iowa State reminds me of Marquette when they have a big spread. Don't take them.
Yeah, I hate. Iowa
Don't
State.
take them.
I think
when they have a
Iowa
big
State.
spread.
I've watched a few of their games recently. They're not as good as I thought they were.
They're good though.
They're good, but they are very beatable. Like,
yeah, I thought they were like
beatable.
a top 4 team in the country preseason.
Yeah, I don't even know if they're top 10. I'm not sure if they're top 10.
I'd find it hard to push them out of the top 10.
Like, I like Tech more than Iowa State personally, but
yeah, I don't bet these big spreads anymore, so I'm not gonna do it. Sorry, guys.
fair enough.
Butler, Xavier, dude, this Butler team is Jansen. Like they're just Jansen, and I'm actually pretty high on this Xavier team.
This game, dude, I'm telling you, don't even think about it. Just screams over. Butler,
Wow.
Xavier just screams over.
But Butler doesn't have guys like that.
Exactly. And it's 153.5.
Someone said, as a UConn student, why are we -8? I don't know, brother. Probably because you just came off a horrific loss and you're at home.
Yeah, I would take UConn. I think UConn's probably the play. It's dropped 1.5 points. I think it was 9.5. Now it's 8. So
I'm taking Xavier -6.5. It's away from the curse number of 4.5, and it's too higher than the curse number, and I feel like the 6.5's come through.
okay, I like that.
Xavier -6.5.
I think Xavier scores a lot of points. How do you say it? Xavier or Xavier? What do you say?
I always say Xavier because it makes them
Xavier.
mad. I think the way you said it,
Xavier
is how you're supposed to say it, but I always say Xavier because
I didn't even know how you're supposed to say it.
I know the little things that piss off Big East fan bases, and I do it to a T. Xavier. Illinois, Wisconsin. I'd rather beat my head against wall in GTA than bet on Big Ten basketball like that. So
Sounds
no
good.
thanks.
Sounds good.
Close to the It's Already Locked though. We almost had to.
Yeah, fuck that.
Air Force, Wyoming. That's a Joshy game.
That's a. I mean, dude, Air Force. I mean, you have to take Wyoming. You literally have to. You can't take 0-14 Air Force.
Josh, can I squeak something by you?
Sure.
I'm taking Houston -11.5.
I love that. Tickets are $5.
I don't bet big spreads, but we took Maryland -10.5 this weekend, and they won by 30. This is just as powerful.
And tickets are $5 to a team playing the number 5 team in the country.
This is just a spot where they go in there and
just
pipe.
actually beat the shit out of
just
them. Yeah.
pipe.
Yeah.
Like, pipe.
I think we go ticket narrative today. Let's just see how that goes.
But nobody tell Rav. Nobody tell Rav. But they're going to fucking pipe
How
their
about
shit.
this? 2-team parlay. We fade bit and fade.
Yeah. Syracuse +10, Houston -11. 2-team parlay, fade the Rav. Fade Rav. Everyone and their mother, Josh, is going to be on BYU, so I'm going to take Kansas +3.5. I'm sorry.
I'm going to take Kansas money line.
Yeah, I mean, this
I
is
think
one of
Kansas-
those.
They've
this
been
is-
so bad.
This is one of those things, Josh, where I would take BYU last year, and I would check Twitter and see one person on Kansas +3.5 and be like, wow, they really have the better team with 3 points in their pocket. And then I'd watch the game and go, why the fuck did I trust this line when I could have just taken Kansas?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Kansas plus 3.5 and be probably the only one on that on all of Twitter today.
Yeah, I mean, I agree
You don't
with
even have to open the app.
No.
The dub clubs, the whatevers, you could just save your money for today. Because the play of the day is going to be BYU no matter where you could turn over every rock.
Everyone.
Rav goes whispering like I don't have you blasting in my room. Fuck. I'm not a fan. Not a fan of the dub clubs.
I heard
But
Trent's starting a dub club.
We give all our cake out for free.
We do.
You know? Not that I've been caking college basketball. Dude, if you look at the Bookit tracker, I'm actually like busting in college basketball, and it's not getting talked about enough. But no, I'm just going to take Kansas plus 3.5 because everyone's going to be on BYU. So.
Cool.
Thanks. Josh, the South Carolina LSU game is weird as ma, dude.
Dude, are you skipping over your boys?
I can't see them. For whatever reason, it's the New Jersey.
How do we not take Seton Hall plus 18.5?
Oh, dude, no.
Against going into Marquette.
They don't stack win. They don't stack covers.
Going
like that, dude.
into Marquette.
You want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because I could text my dad right now, and he's gonna say, "We're dead." I'm actually.
Well, obviously you're dead. You're not. I would.
No, I'm gonna text my dad.
You're not gonna
right
win
now.
this game.
I'm gonna text my dad right now. Like, do you think Seton Hall has a chance today?
Well, no. Do they have a chance to cover 20 points? Ask him that.
You can't ask him gambling questions. You just gotta. Do they have a chance today?
Well, they have no chance to win.
I know,
the game.
but if he says yes, that means he knows Shaheen might be dialed. If he says no, they're losing by 30.
Okay.
Just you gotta trust the dad system.
I kind of want to take them though because tickets are $2 in Marquette tonight. No one's gonna be going to game. No one cares about Seton Hall coming into town. It's an auto win.
Well,
but Seton Hall's gonna lose by 17.
No one wants to watch the Hall, dude.
Nobody wants to watch it.
It's either Shaheen has the boys dialed and they're ready to crack some shit and make something shake here at the end of February, or they got lucky at home against UConn, who just thought they were going to walk through them, and now Marquette saw that and is like, okay, we have to actually beat the shit out of these kids. So, scary.
Yeah.
Scary. I've taken LSU as a short favorite one time this year, and it cashed. They're a team that I would like to stay away from normally, but I do feel like sometimes you have to know the spots. This is a weird game, though.
Battle of garbage.
I don't think you could go wrong either way, taking 2 points in your pocket. But it seems like every time Vegas makes LSU a favorite, they're doing it for a reason. And LSU really shouldn't be a favorite against anybody. So I think this is one of those systems where I'd rather just trust LSU, even though South Carolina has looked sneaky the past couple games, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly.
They haven't won a game, so.
Who?
South Carolina.
But they covered, I think, the last two.
They lost by 21 to Florida, 4 to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss was the cover. And then they
23 to
got
Kentucky.
Florida.
They were close against A&M.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they were close against Mississippi. Yeah, they keep games close. They lost by 1 to Florida early. Like, yeah, they keep games close.
I'm going to take LSU. I just
you know what I'm going to do?
LSU shouldn't be a favorite.
You should take their money line. You should take South Carolina. I want to take South Carolina money line, dude. I want to take.
We could Bergen won't make me mad.
I would just like when you think about it, like this is how I think about it. If South Carolina's going to win a game, it's going to be this one, or they're not winning a game, right? Like who else are they going to beat?
Yeah, but they just might not win.
That's. They're not going to win another game if they lose this one because they play Texas, Mizzou, Arkansas, Georgia, Tennessee. They're not winning a game.
I'm going to take LSU. They're just like they shouldn't be a favorite. This should be minus 110 both ways, and that's a dumb amount of juice to eat for LSU. I understand, but I got to do it. Also, someone just reminded me of our system, Josh. Or you weren't here for that episode. It was Rav. When it gets cold, they get hot. We have to take the Badgers at home. So unfortunately, I now have to be involved in Wisconsin.
Minus 3.5.
This is a poopy brain.
They're going to lose that game.
But this is a poopy brain Mikey Over system. When it gets cold, they get hot. And it's Wisconsin at home in the midst of February. Like, that is a system has to be on the platter. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to bet against Illinois.
How about we just make that a system? Let's just make that a system not for Wisconsin, though. For every place where it gets cold.
That's what it was made for.
Yeah, but
it was them.
Let's get off that, though. How about Akron? It's cold there right now. And say when it gets cold, they get hot.
But the
system
was literally made for Wisconsin. I forget who they were playing, but it was like a good team, and we took them because when it's cold, they get hot, and they fucking won.
They played, I'm sure it was...
It was like
Purdue?
End of January.
Last game.
No, it was the end of January. It was a while ago when Rav was on.
Nebraska,
Yeah.
Northwestern Indiana, Iowa, Rutgers, Ohio State. They haven't beaten anybody
Might have
yet.
been Ohio State.
Yeah, they haven't really beaten anybody
Might have
yet.
been Ohio State, and we just fucking got weird and dirty. All right. Nevada, no thanks. Virginia Tech, no thanks. If you're betting Virginia Tech, Boston College, just delete your book. Like, if you want to actually put U.S. dollars on a game where Virginia Tech is playing Boston College in basketball, just, like, delete everything off your phone.
I actually agree with that. There's no chance you should be touching that game.
Like, delete everything off your phone. Delete all of it.
Gone.
Delete all of it. Delete all of it.
Gone.
And if you're betting on Providence games in the Big 252, also delete everything off your phone because we just can't be doing this shit anymore. We can't. Josh, why do I want to take Minnesota plus 11.5? I feel like we haven't had some freak shit for Minnesota in a couple weeks, and this reeks of UCLA
selling.
Just not taking this game seriously. And I feel like that's something that happens in college basketball a lot.
I don't hate that, honestly.
UCLA at home. Students aren't going to a UCLA Minnesota game, brother.
$4 tickets.
I got news for you. They ain't going.
$4 tickets.
They ain't going.
I agree. I like that.
That's just too many points to not put in my pocket for Minnesota, who loves to make games like this weird.
I like that. I'm a fan.
So why not? Plan B, what do you got?
San Diego State team total.
Wow.
You're
liking that.
Yeah, I know.
You're liking that big spread team total. Row the boat for Minnesota, though.
I think it's 79.5, I believe.
Wow, that's a lot, but I don't hate it.
Yeah, 79.5.
That's all. I don't hate it.
I mean, Fresno State's defense is literally a joke.
Radimus.
Actual joke, so.
All right, let's do some prize picks, and then we'll get the peeps out of here. I sold yesterday, hand up. I'm putting my hand up, acknowledging that I sold yesterday with potentially one of the worst squares of all time in Keon Lewis, who had 6 points. Hand up. Potential worst square of year. Junk. Caleb Love finished with... Where is he at? 13. And I'm sure he shot 30%. Doug was also a ratchet pick. I banned both of them today, guys. All right? They're both banned. So get off my back. They're both banned. The Doug pick was a good look, actually. He took 14 shots. He just shot 38%. I don't know what you want me to do there. All right? He also got fouled in the second half. Should have went to the line to shoot 2 free throws with time expiring, and they didn't call it. So I don't know what you want me to do. Everyone gets on me, Josh. I put out 3 plays yesterday. I put out a parlay that, yes, did not do well. And then, yes, I did tweet Kansas State, but I also took Arizona, and that was fucking Chet. But no one's going to talk about Arizona. Because we want to talk about the losses, and that's the problem with society today.
That is.
That's the problem with society today.
That really is.
Someone's like, yeah, I'm unfollowing you. I got to unfollow you. I put out 2 straight bets and went 1 for 1. Like, how does that make sense? Like, how does that make sense, dude? I don't understand.
That's good.
All right, let's do some prize picks.
All right, you want me to give you... I'm going to give you mine right away. Right off rip. We're going back to the TGL. Jupiter Lynx, less than 2.5 holes lost. We got fucking Trent over there.
Less than 2.5 holes lost? I thought you don't like this team.
I don't like this team, but I also really don't like the New York team.
Who's New York? Oh, yeah, it's just Jansen.
It's Matt Fitzpatrick, Ricky Fowler, and Cam Young. They're mid.
It's Jansen.
Also, Tom Kim is playing for Jupiter, and Tom Kim just fucking backpacks. He's so good on the semi. So, less than holes lost.
You know what drives me crazy? There's 10.6 thousand people on Miles Bird points on San Diego State, and I'm sure they're all on the less than because he's been averaging 10 and he's up for 13.5. How do we not take the more?
Yeah. You have to.
That's a 3-point swing.
That is. Holes lost, less than 2.5.
I'm going to do Miles Bird points. I'm going to fade the public on prize picks.
Okay. You think the public's on that? You think they're...
Look at the chart.
And I'm just saying, what do you think you think the public's fading?
Yeah, because when you look at the top 4, it's all guys that are green. So they're definitely taking the mores, and then you find one guy with an all red. They're definitely taking the less.
Okay. I kind of want to give a little college basketball guy.
No, we can make another one because, let's make another one.
Let's make it up.
I do like JJ Starling 3s at 1.5, but I'm not going to make you sweat that.
Okay.
Dude, you know what's been my system? in a really big game is taking Longino points on Villanova. Like, in a big game, it normally shakes somehow to him, and he's got to do something. But I got to look at the board a little bit more. I do kind of want to take Josh Hubbard points on Mississippi State because I think they beat the dick off Oklahoma, but it's so hard for me not to take Wade Taylor points when it's at 15.5. Like, I just know how good of a scorer he is, but he's just so Jansen.
Yeah, and he chucks, too.
Chucks, but he's Jansen. I like Jaden Akins on Michigan State today. I'm going to do Longino points.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know why. I want to take this dude Emmanuel Sharps over 3s.
I do like that. I actually know exactly what square you're looking at.
More than 2.5 threes.
Yes.
Demon.
Yes. I was looking at some Houston guys, too.
I just feel like they beat the absolute dog shot of Arizona State. And I feel like it's not going to be like the guys you would expect.
No, I was looking at some Houston squares, too. That one I didn't mind. I also don't mind Keyshawn Gilbert's Demon 3s. If you look at his points, that's a really weird chart for how junk he is on Iowa State. Yeah, I didn't hate Emmanuel Sharp's chart either, dude.
Yes, it was Jupiter holes lost less than 2.5. Bang.
All right, I like that. So Longino points and Emmanuel Sharp Demon 3s. I like that.
Let's do it. 2 pieces. Locked.
2 pieces.
What are the PODs? What's your POD?
All right, yep. Let's do the PODs. Let's do the PODs. I almost want to make a Kansas just for the bid because I feel like that graphic will go more viral if I POD Kansas, but I'm not going to do it.
Why not?
Because it's not my POD. I'm not going to force the POD. I want to give the people a POD that I believe in. I do believe in Kansas, actually. Oh, I can't do it, dude. I can't be on feed. I liked it the most this morning when I woke up, and it's still my most confident Mississippi State money line.
Okay. I'm going to go with Akron team total over 89.5.
Wow. You're PODing the Zips?
Yeah.
Also, Josh, we do have some Champions League, and that's why I kind of sped up the show today, because I do kind of want to give you some Champions League.
Okay with you,
brother. Oh, my God, there's so many good games today, dude. Benfica, Monaco just reeks of going over. Dude, the boys play today. Are you aware of that? I know. I'd rather dial more in on some propage.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to win today, so.
Who?
The boys. They're minus 200. Minus 200, dude.
Joao Felix being on Milan now just breaks my brain. All right, Chad, I'm perusing the Champions League board for you guys, all right? I already have one square. Jamal Musiala shots, look at that chart, and why is he up for 3.5 normal?
Don't even have to tell me what he's up for. I love him.
3.5, dude. He hasn't had a shot in 2 games.
I love him.
What the fuck is that? You know what I do love, though? My favorite for Champions League stuff, at least last summer, was shots on target.
Yes.
Because you can find like a sneaky 1.5 for like, yeah. You can find some sneak deems. Some sneak deems. Brielle Mbolo's up for half a shot on target. He hasn't had one in 3 games. Yeah, sure, man. That might just be the 2-piece. Unless you like anything.
No, I'm fine with that. You can feed soccer. I don't need to be a part of that.
Oh, they got a bunch of demon assists up, too. Pulisic pass attempts. I might put together a 4-guyser that's fucking smacking in the jaw.
It's 4 guys.
I think I just found the 4-guyser, dude. I'm not even fucking around with you.
Who's the 4th?
It's a guy on Monaco, or on Atalanta. Chad, I'm actually not even kidding. Like, this is smacking in the jaw. 4 Geyser. Musiala shots, full red chart. He's up for 3.5 normal. Brielle Mbolo, half a shot on target. He hasn't had a shot on target in 3 games, and he's up for a normal half a shot. Christian Pulisic, pass attempts at 29.5. He's averaging 24. That's 5 higher than his average. He hasn't hit this in 4 of the last 5. Martin Duroon on Atalanta, more than half a shot assisted. He hasn't assisted a shot in 4 of the last 5, and he's up for a normal square.
Wow.
Tell me that's not fucking dialed in.
That is dialed.
That's like actually dialed the fuck in.
You should sweat those.
Can I send you this link to put in the chat?
Yeah, you can DM it on Twitter. I could put it in the chat.
Chat, this might be fucking donk. And I don't donk a lot of shit. But if you guys are chart whores, this is chart whoring. That's a solid chart whore right there. I got news for you.
There it is, chat. Feast your eyes.
It's going to take a lot.
Feast your eyes.
Feast. This is actually Feast Eyes level of chart horage. In case you guys were like genuinely wondering. I power played that bitch too. Been a little prospect whore lately. Might have to tail. Let's go, Richie.
Come on.
It's gonna take a lot to get back from this heartbreak. All right, Josh, you want to say goodbye to the people? I'll get the people out of here.
Sure.
Oh, when does the U.S. play Canada?
Thursday.
Okay, good.
We will be
nuking the boys.
Oh, of course. Everyone have a day, and it's in America this time.
Yeah, we're nuking
which
the
we
boys.
love.
We're nuking the boys.
Same line, -110.
Yeah, they're getting freebirded all night.
They're getting freebirded all night.
They're getting freebirded all night.
We'll be. Have a great Tuesday. And, God, I just can't wait for next month. I just keep thinking about it.
I know. March is going to be so horny.
It is.
And that's when I get to move into my new apartment. Let's go, dude. All right, chat. Like I told you guys, we in every episode taking a step away from the giggles and smiles, but hopefully made you laugh today or brought a smile to your face. Because that's really what we're trying to do here, to be honest with you guys. But like I told you, I've been listening to a lot of Marcus Aurelius's meditations. And I think if you haven't had a chance to listen to them, or at least listen to a summation or a summarization that simplifies it, I think you really should. The guy is incredibly bright for the era and the things that he talks about, and was incredibly foresighted for how long ago he existed and just kind of the things that he talked about. And I wanted to talk about one of the things with you guys today. He talks a lot about outside forces and outside sources, and I think the one thing he said that kind of resonated with me last night when I was listening to a quick summary of the books, because there's 7 books in his meditations, is he says this: live up to your own expectations. Our business is with things that really matter to us. Live up to your own expectations. Our business is with things that really matter to us. And I think when you think about what he's really talking about is, I think we play the comparison game too much in our own lives. And, you know, something that every old person tells you every single time you talk to someone that has a couple more years on you is comparison is a thief of joy. And I think setting an expectation for yourself and living up to that expectation that you've set for yourself is the most gratifying thing that you'll find in life. I think too many times we take what this person's doing, what that person's doing, and we try to compare and contrast where we're at. Or maybe we take someone that's a little bit lower than us and be like, oh, thank God I'm doing better than them. And it's just such a toxic game to play with your head. And I think that by doing this and by living up to our own expectations, you realize that you start living for yourself. And I think too many times we let outside forces dictate how we live and what we think is an accomplishment and what we think is a failure. And I just love that. Live up to your own expectations. Our business is with things that really matter to us. Find things that matter to you and set your own expectations and live for yourself. because I think it's really, really hard to do, especially with the social media era, especially with being able to open your phone and seeing what everyone thinks about you the second you open your phone. And I think that's just a beautiful way to approach things. Set expectations for yourself and only worry about the things that are going on in your life and live in the present, because that's what's going to be the most gratifying at the end of the day. We end every episode saying the same thing. Take one step forward for me. I know how hard it can be to take a step forward in life. And listen, we're going to take steps backwards. Sometimes it's not going to work. Sometimes life's going to life and you're going to take a step backwards. But I think we've learned through doing this show that the power is in the attempt, not the result. It's about getting up every morning and trying to be the best person. It's about getting up every morning and trying to do something that brings a smile to your face. It's about fighting that feeling of when you wake up of, oh, I'm in a bad mood or I'm going to have a bad day, and attacking the day. And understanding that there are going to be days where life and you're going to take a step backwards. But if you just wake up every single morning and attempt to take that step forward, you're going to be way farther than you thought you'd be. I love you. If you hadn't heard that today, I want you to hear from me. I love you. Thank you guys so much for the support on the show. I mean, I say it every single day, but I really do not have the words. You guys allow us to do things that we never thought would be possible. And I appreciate every single one of you that shows up in the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat, that chats every day, that interacts with us, and even gets a good hate watching. You know, that's all right. I'm not the smartest person in the world, so sometimes we like to have a little bit of fun, and you get an inside look into my brain, which is, it's something else. I got news for you. It's something else. But I love you guys so much. Like, the support is seriously incredible. We're growing every day on here, which is the goal for 2025. And I just appreciate you guys more than you know. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Tune into BTL. The squad ride is, in fact, hitting today. I'm putting reputation on it. I love you guys so much. Tune into BTL. Tell them we said what's up. For everyone that was wondering who I was listening to, it's Marcus Aurelius, who's a Roman emperor. And his book is called his Meditations. But I love you guys so much. Start living for yourself. Set some expectations for yourself in your life and start living for